Hey guys, so we have been getting an awful lot of calls from our customers trying to figure out how to work from home because it's just not something they've had to do before now.
So we put together a bunch of tips to make it just a little bit easier for you to work from home, even if the kids are in the other room screaming their fool heads off about their Fortnite kills.
Right. So the first question we've gotten a lot is, how do I connect to a video conference if my computer doesn't have either a webcam or an integrated microphone?
And so you might be using something like Skype, Google Hangouts, or Zoom.
Right? And so the first tip that we have is check to see if there is a mobile app, because if you've got a phone or a tablet, keep in mind that that device is going to have an integrated microphone as well as an integrated camera. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you have a camera and a microphone on your computer. So that's the easiest option. The second would be, most of these software applications also let you connect without the video itself. So if it's just that you're missing the camera piece, then you can just choose to connect without video. The person on the other end is going to see a little icon of you instead of your active video, which is totally fine, right?
Well, that way you can still be in your bathrobe and your jammies and nobody really knows it. And that's kind of a bonus, I think.
Right, absolutely. And the second piece would be, if you're actually just missing the microphone, you can actually connect one of these little headphone sets with an auxiliary jack to most computers and laptops. As long as it has an integrated microphone on it, then you'll have your integrated audio and microphone and be able to use that with your computer.
So another thing we're getting a lot of questions about is, how do I share files or how do I open up certain applications? You may not necessarily have the same software suite at home. Like your office may have Microsoft Office 365,
right?
And so you might not be able to open up a Word doc or an Excel because your normal home computer doesn't have a license.
And so it's really important to have some of those tools available without having to pay for them, right? Because we don't want to have to pay a full subscription at home.
So a good solution is to go to Google Docs. If you've got a Gmail account, or you can open one for free.
Right, because they've got different versions. So they've got Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. All of those will give you the standard functionality that you need. You can also use Google Drive to upload documents. And the great part about these Google programs is that you can do real-time sharing with your teammates, so you guys can actively edit the same document at the same time and see what everybody's doing in the same document. So another thing that a lot of people are struggling with is how to avoid distractions when now you're home with Netflix and social media and all of these distracting things, and you don't have a boss sitting over your shoulder telling you to get back to work. What we've found is actually this really helpful app called Cold Turkey. You can go to getcoldturkey.com. There's a free version and a paid version, but you basically have the ability to block specific applications, specific websites. You can set a time limit on how long you can access a specific website.
And it's kind of like screen time, but for your computer. So that way, if you're just having trouble stopping from going on the gram and checking out what's going on with the neighbor down the street who's getting his cabinets redone, oh my gosh, you can turn that off so that way you can't get to it at a certain period of time. And then give yourself a break, maybe a couple hours into your work, you can go back to that website. And you can also see a list of all of the websites that you're on, and it'll kind of tell you which one's your biggest time wasters.
Right, which is great for the kids who are probably also fighting distractions while they're supposed to be doing schoolwork. So another thing that a lot of people are struggling with is internet in your home and Wi-Fi. So that can be anything from Wi-Fi dead spots, like maybe your office doesn't have strong enough Wi-Fi to video conference, or that you're just fighting with your kids over bandwidth because now they're playing video games all day while you're trying to get work done.
Oh, they're not playing video games. They're doing homeschooling. Come
Sure.
on, give me a break. So one of the things you can do is you can go to Amazon and get something called the Eero Mesh Network. What this does, it allows you to set up little beacons around your home that kind of boost the signal of the network all over. So if you've got an upstairs or a basement, or you want to work out by the pool, because who doesn't,
right,
you can always set up a beacon all over the place to just get as much Wi-Fi coverage as you need.
And it's great because it's really easy to set up. So you don't have to have someone come into your house to set it up for you.
Now, there's also some routers out there. For instance, Netgear makes a great router that we use at our home that allows you to change the amount of bandwidth allowed by each device. Now, this can be a lot more complicated. And if you want to just give our office a call, we can walk you through it. It's fairly easily done over the internet. But if you're really one of those pioneers who wants to give it a shot, Netgear makes a great router that allows you to say, hey, I don't want this Xbox to have very much bandwidth, but I do want to have Skype and Zoom have tons of bandwidth. And that way you can kind of balance things out for yourself.
All right, guys. Well, those are our top tips for how to stay sane working from home.
So stay safe and stay home. Back to you guys.